Yesterday afternoon in Pittsburgh, the safety squeeze dropped down by Freddie Galvis to perfection as the Padres took the lead to stay, and they end up taking 3 out of 4 from the Pittsburgh Pirates in a great series from PNC Park. Now they move on to the nation's capital, the first of 3 tonight between the San Diego Padres and the Washington Nationals. Welcome inside the broadcast booth, everybody. I'm Don Orsillo along with Mark Grant. Welcome to Padres baseball. Well, the Padres with a nice come-from-behind victory, and they did it all in the 9th inning yesterday to grab the win in Game 4.
Small ball was in full force yesterday. It was fun. Let's face it, Felipe Vasquez, 9 for 9 save opportunities, but the Padres put the hurting on that. Here's the fielder's choice. Jordy Mercer throws it into right field. Padres tie it up. Padres take the lead, and the small ball continues. Freddie Galvis with the safety squeeze. Ball in motion, runner in motion. There is another run for the San Diego Padres. And then they took advantage of the miscues for the Buccos. How about a double steal? Hey, we've done the safety squeeze. Let's put on a double steal. 2 more guys in scoring position. And then A.J. Ellis with the single to right, scoring 2. Andy Green pushing all the right buttons. And the big key here is that everybody is responding, and it's paying off.
Great pitching for the Nationals has been a key for them so far in the season.
This is a top 5. If I'm picking a rotation in the National League, these are the guys I'm going with. Timing's everything. They're not going to face Scherzer or Strasburg. Gio Gonzalez has been throwing the ball well. But the thing is, the kryptonite for these Nationals, the bullpen. They're 14th in the National League, almost 5 runs given up. They're not holding up their end of the bargain.
Coming up, a chance for Robbie Erlin. He gets the start tonight in Game 1. He's been pitching out of the pen, but tonight he'll take the ball. First game of the series coming your way next. It's the Padres and Nationals from Washington, D.C.
There it is.
Drop down, glove to glove. He's safe. Padres take the lead. The bunt for Freddie Galvis, and it's 6-5 San Diego. Now that's a win with an exclamation point. It's a fantastic pitching. Great series against the Pittsburgh Pirates as we bring you inside Nationals Park here in Washington, D.C. Time now for the weather report, brought to you by your always sunny Honda dealers of San Diego County. 77 degrees, southeast breeze at 7 miles per hour, partly cloudy. The forecast for the remainder of the night. Don Orsillo, Mark Grant, and Bob Scanlon with you as the Padres begin a 3-game series tonight from Washington, and Gio Gonzalez ready with the first pitch of the ball game, and it's in there for strike one to Matt Caesar. And Caesar leading it off tonight. Andy Green's team coming in, playing very good baseball. They've won 6 of their last 8 games, in fact.
They're kicking on all cylinders, and we saw it in our game open. We saw it in Pittsburgh, taking 3 out of 4 to a darn good baseball club, pushing all the right buttons, everybody executing nicely.
Well, Matt Caesar started against Gonzalez before, did well, now hits a fly ball to left field in his first at bat tonight, and back there is Soto for out number 1. In his first start in the big league, Soto in left field. Well, it's time now to join forces with Saquon Pick the Stick. Weigh in on Twitter for a chance to win a free lunch buffet for 2 at Saquon Casino. Just hashtag I'm win, the last name of the broadcaster you want to join forces with. If they win, you could win too. One random winner selected nightly, and you must be 18 and older to win. Follow us at Fox Sports SD for more details.
Did I see correctly Bob Scanlon, the big tall right-hander, is in first place?
I believe he is.
Wow.
Let's make quite the move. Eric Hosmer batting in the 2 spot, lately behind Travis Jankowski. And in tonight's game, he is in behind Matt Caesar, who has flied out to left field. Hosmer cranks it foul down the left field line, out of play. Let's check out the Padres lineup, brought to you by your San Diego County Toyota dealers. We saw Caesar, he's in left, Hosmer at first, Villanueva at third, Perella at second, Reyes in right, Galvis at short. Ellis doing the catching, and Margot in center. Robbie Erlin, the pitcher, batting out of the 9 spot. Two-two to Hosmer, and did he go? Yes, he did. First strikeout for Gio Gonzalez, 2 down.
He works quickly. He will mix it up with the best of them. That's the way Gio Gonzalez works. Behind Gio Gonzalez, here's the Nationals defense, brought to you by your San Diego Cadillac dealers. Well, the rookie in left field, 19 years old, Juan Soto. Michael A. Taylor in center, Bryce Harper in right. On the infield, Rendon, Turner, Defoe, Reynolds behind the plate, Pedro Severino.
Christian Villanueva batting with 2 down here in the first inning. Villanueva against lefties this year, hitting at .386. And he grounds this one back towards the mound on the backhand. Gonzalez will flip to first. And it's a 1-2-3 first for Gio Gonzalez. The Nationals are coming up. Baseball brought to you by Hyundai. Get a great deal, more than a great deal, on all new Hyundai vehicles. See your Hyundai dealer today. By Petco, the pet company. By Cadillac. Visit your San Diego Cadillac dealers today. And by Sequan Casino, opening in 2019 is Sequan's brand new 300-room resort and hotel. Robbie Erlin on the mound tonight for the Padres. He takes the hill here in the bottom of the first inning, ready to work to Trey Turner, who will take ball one. And Turner atop the order, hitting at 267. He's got some pop though, 6 homers, 17 runs batted in.
Yeah, he's got it all, huh? Sneaky pop, he
Speed.
can run, puts the ball in play. You bet.
371 on base percentage. And a ground ball towards shortstop. Freddie Galvis will fire across. 1 down. Let's check out the Nationals starting lineup. Trey Turner just led it off. He's at shortstop with Bryce Harper in right. Anthony Rendon at third base. Mark Reynolds at first. Pedro Severino does the catching. Juan Soto in left. 19-year-old getting his first major league start. Wilmer Defoe at second. Michael A. Taylor in center. And Gio Gonzalez out of the 9th spot for Dave Martinez, a new manager for the Nationals. 1 down for a struggling Bryce Harper, hitting at just 224 on the season.
Been watching a little bit of Bryce Harper, and I think a lot of hitters go through this, but I think he's in the pull happy mode, trying to pull everything. Hitters will do that. So how do you counter that? Pound them away. If you're going to go in, go way in.
Does have 13 round trippers on the year, 31 runs driven in. So he's been productive. Batting average is not there, though.
Right. He's the type of hitter to where it would take one swing, he could crush a mistake, and then bang, he's probably right back where he could be. That we know the Bryce Harper and how he can do some damage.
He's 1 for 10 over the weekend. Last 11 games hitting at 130. He is 6 for his last 46.
You know, it's another interesting thing, like that last pitch he took. I mean, that was a very crushable pitch, but he took it.
Now he sends one to left field where Matt Caesar back a step, now in a step. 2 down.
Take a look at the scouting report for the left-hander, Robbie Erlin. His scouting report is brought to you by GMC. 27-year-old making his second start. Had great relief numbers for Robbie out of the bullpen. And good command, glove side, down and into the righties, down and away to the lefties. In fact, those numbers out of the bullpen, 1.96 ERA in 23 innings. That's over 13 appearances. So Robbie can take this outing as like a long relief appearance.
Ground out and a fly out. Anthony Rendon will take strike 1. Erlin has been excellent out of the pen. 1.96 earned run average, 13 appearances. He's not pitched since last Monday, May the 14th. Pitch in the dirt. On a strike here to Rendon with Mark Reynolds waiting on deck for the Nationals. Erlin pitching a 1-2-3 ninth inning on Saturday night in Pittsburgh. Just to get kind of a little work in, kind of a side session. Popped up, right side, Hosmer. Straddling the line, but in fair ground. Makes the catch and ends the first. A 1-2-3 first, scoreless after 1.
top of the second inning. The Padres making a roster move today with Robbie Erlin making the start. Andy Green wanted a little bit more help in the bullpen. They called up left-hander Tyler Webb. Now you may recall Webb was with the Padres earlier this season. He appeared in 2 games versus the Dodgers. Had been throwing very well down in AAA El Paso. In 11 games posted a 1.38 earned run average. The move, Carlos Asuaje getting sent back down to AAA El Paso with some instructions, guys. The instructions, work on playing third base, work on playing shortstop. When he returns, and the plan is for him to return, he's going to be able to play all positions. Guys, back up to you.
All right, Scan, sounds like they want him to be a little bit more versatile from what Andy Green said.
Yeah, I think you're right, and that's a good thing. When you're sent down, you know, let's say you're struggling, you get sent down. That's one thing. And I'm not saying that Carlos Asuaje was really, you know, lighting the league on fire, but still, when you go down with that intention, I mean, I think it's a little bit more refreshing knowing that, hey, they want me to be more utilized more at more positions, like you said, Don. And that's just a feather in his cap.
Jose Perella leading it off here in the second inning. Perella, Franmil Reyes, and Freddie Galvis to face Gio Gonzalez here in the second.
Well, I think with the way the Padres swing the bat, let's face it, there's a lot of strikeouts right there, very aggressive. Gio Gonzalez is going to counter this evening with maybe more changeups.
There is strike 3, second strikeout for Gio Gonzalez. Let's take a look at the keys to the game, brought to you by your San Diego Honda dealers.
Villa smashed southpaw. We know the numbers for Christian Villanueva against left-handed pitching. He can wear them out, and think relief for Robbie. As I mentioned when he went out there, you know, if they could get 4 innings out of Robbie Erlin, I think that would be great. Take it batter by batter, pitch by pitch, and hopefully he can go give you 4 innings. But Villanueva, 386 going into this game versus left-handed pitchers.
Franmil Reyes hitting at 118 so far, 2 for 17. Well, the only game that the Nats lost against the Padres in San Diego in that first series was started by Gio Gonzalez. It was on May 9th. Allowed just 1 run in 6 innings, but ended up with a no decision. Padres won that game 2-1 against the Nationals. Most recent start gave up 3 runs in 5 innings. There's a broken bat, grounder, foul. Business end of the bat, ending up out by the mound area. Part of it anyway. This thing just splits.
High 2-seamer White off the end. Oh my goodness. Thank goodness that bat doesn't hit anybody.
Three and 1 here to Franmil Reyes. And that'll be ball 4. Reyes working a walk. First base runner to reach for the Padres tonight. Now time for the Lowe's whole team together. Padres with a very good May right now, 10-8. Just a half game back of the Rockies in that category. The Rockies 10-7 in the month of May. But things going well for Andy Green's team here. And again, they've won 6 of their last 8 games.
Yeah, you think of the starting pitching, Clayton Richard in particular. Jordan Lyles has been very, very nice. Tyson Ross last time out, 6 solid innings. You hold the opposition, you get some good bullpen work. We know about the bullpen for the Padres. They are 4th in the National League with a 3.08 ERA.
Runner at first, 1 down. Freddie Galvis will line this towards left field. Soto is in the right spot, and he'll make the catch out there for out number 2. So 2 down in the second inning, and that'll bring up A.J. Ellis.
I think the Padres tonight are going to see some off-speed stuff because the 4-seam fastball from Gonzalez about 36% of the time. You're going to see the curveball. You're going to see the changeup. He will mix it up with the best of them. So you really can't sit on one certain pitch. I think you got to look for an area. You know, Mark Sweeney talks about looking for a certain area of the plate, in, away. If you get that certain pitch, whammo, got to go.
Ellis starting back-to-back games here. Rafi Lopez had started 3 in a row, but now it is Ellis going back-to-back. And a strike over the inside corner. Gio Gonzalez 2-0 with a 1.57 earned run average in his last 4 starts. He's only given up 4 earned runs in his last 23 innings pitched. And a liner into center field for A.J. Ellis. Franmil Reyes will take second base, and the Padres have runners at first and second with 2 down.
Well, I hate to say it, but I will anyway. That's why I picked A.J. Ellis and picked the stick. He doubled, scored a run yesterday. RBIs in his last at-bat, 2 to be exact, with a single to the right side. And A.J., more reps, more at-bats, seeing more pitches, swinging the bat well. Oh, and I love the ground ball to the center fielder. Sorry about it.
2 down, 2 on, and Manuel Margot coming up. Margot batting out of the 8th spot. Grounds it foul outside of third. .194 with a home run, 11 runs batted in for Margot. Ellis struck out to begin the inning. Reyes walked. Galvis flied out to left, and then A.J. Ellis with a single to center. First Padres hit of the night, and San Diego with 2 on and 2 down.
I think one of the mindsets for this Padre hitting tonight is not try to pull the ball. You got to really wait against Gio Gonzalez. That pitch is off the plate.
Gio wanted it.
Yeah, it was way off the plate.
Well, Padres have been very good with runners in scoring position and 2 down. 291 average, only behind the Red Sox and Braves. The major league average is 227. Good patient at bat here for Margot. Got the pitcher on deck in Robbie Erlin. Getting some last-minute advice from his manager. On the ground towards short, Trey Turner will go to first, and that is that in the second inning. Padres will strand a pair. Inning and a half done. We're scoreless from D.C. Erling getting ready. Time now to answer our Valley View. Actually, we're not answering anything. We need to ask.
Yeah, and I have to say I love it before you ask it.
Let's ask it. The trivia question. Bryce Harper hit his first 2 career home runs off the Padres pitchers. Can you name both of those pitchers? These are answers by the end of the inning using hashtag Valley View Trivia. You know who they are?
That's a good question. I just can't believe how time travels so quickly, goes by so quickly. What was his rookie year, 2012?
Yes.
And he's going to be a free agent at the end of this year, correct?
Right, he was 19 too.
Gosh, it's just...
Now Mark Reynolds, Pedro Severino, and Juan Soto. As Reynolds taking a healthy hack. We wonder where Mark Reynolds would end up, and kind of surprised he didn't go back to the Rockies.
I am very surprised. Here's a guy who sat around for a while. Last year he hit 30 home runs. He's got 2 as a Nat.
One of those guys that did not have a job through spring training. 148 games last year with the Rockies. 22 doubles, a triple, 30 home runs, 97 RBIs, walked 69 times. Rockies don't bring him back, ends up in a Nationals uniform. So now he can add this to Arizona, Baltimore, Cleveland, New York, Milwaukee, St. Louis. To left and a base hit for Mark Reynolds. First base runner to reach against Robbie Erlin.
Pitch before that was a pitch in. That's a breaking ball that comes in to the right-handed hitter. And you can see Mark Reynolds, well, he kind of guided towards that one, kind of just drifting out towards Robbie Erlin. It speeds up his bat on the breaking ball. It just wasn't down enough. And he is aboard with the single.
Lead runner on here in the second for the Nationals, and here's Severino. .253, no homers, and 9 runs batted in. Line down the left field line, a fair ball. Reynolds headed for third, digging it out is Caesar. In the second with a double goes Severino, and it's second and third with nobody out for the Nats in the second inning.
Out of the hand, the two-seamer. And it just catches too much of the plate. Wanted that one down and away. Severino swinging early in this at-bat. No chance for Christian Villanueva. And now the Nationals got something going. Action second and third. So Robbie Erlin, the breaking ball just wasn't down enough. The fastball up, and the Nationals taking advantage of it.
Second and third, nobody out. Here is Juan Soto. Swinging at the first pitch, sends one out towards deep left field. Caesar going back, looking up. First major league home run for 19-year-old Juan Soto is a 3-run home run, and the Nationals take a 3-0 lead. Struck out as a pinch hitter yesterday. First start in the big leagues, a 3-run home run. Welcome to the big leagues, Juan Soto.
Here's a kid prior to tonight, prior to his last at-bat yesterday, only played 122 games in the minors. They want a curtain call.
We're going to get one.
Only 453 at-bats in professional baseball. He's up here because of necessity. They've had a plethora of injuries. And the scouting report I got from a lot of the Nationals people is that he's mature beyond his years. The way he handles himself. Boy, what a script, huh?
They call him up from Double-A. Was hitting at 362 there. There's a bloop into right. It's falling fast. In for a hit in front of Reyes. Wilmer Defoe is on. 4 straight hits for the Nationals here in the second inning. This has happened pretty quickly.
There's a four-seam fastball, so we've seen pretty much all the pitches. And Defoe gets this one down, and he fights this one off. Sometimes avoiding the sweet spot is good. That one was down by the label, and it falls in short before Franmil Reyes and right.
Juan Soto's first hit in the big leagues, a home run. 3-run shot off Robbie Erlin that has the Nats on top 3-0.
Kid should be a sophomore in college, right?
Yes. Michael A. Taylor swings away, sends one down the right field line. Reyes and Hosmer give chase, and neither will have a play. Taylor hitting at just 181. He was really struggling. We saw him in San Diego. 3 homers, 9 runs batted in. To get on, he is a stolen base threat. Has 11 stolen bases. He's 11 out of 12 on the year. But getting on is a whole nother matter.
Yeah, the on-base percentage for Michael A. Taylor, 249. That's not going to cut it.
Last year finished the year hitting at 280 after kind of taking over for Adam Eaton in the outfield. From April 29th through the end of the year hitting at 280, 23 doubles during the year, and 19 home runs and 52 runs batted in. Eaton part of this banged up Nationals team. Down and in by the Shoe Tops, 1 and 2.
Kendrick Murphy, Zimmerman, 5 of the outfielders on the 40-man roster hurt. Eaton, as you mentioned, Goodwin, as you mentioned, Kendrick again. Robles on their 40-man roster. Batista.
Ryan Madsen added today.
That's right.
Well, striking out is Taylor. First strikeout for Robbie Erlin. Needed that for the first out of the inning.
That looked like the changeup. And that's not a bad idea. Pulling the string. You know, if you're having difficulty locating the fastball, the 4 hits in a row, that's a nice change of pace for Robbie Erlin.
Gio Gonzalez swinging to the first pitch. Fouls it off to the right out of play. 1 for 19 at the plate is Gonzalez. Expecting the bunt, and charging in is Villanueva. Ellis calls him off and double pumps, but fires down to first base. Sacrifice is complete. Defoe takes second base. 2-3 on the sacrifice.
Yeah, I think AJ double pumped because Gonzalez was running inside the line so much. He was on the grass. He knew he had plenty of time if he just took another step and another pump fake there to get in a good throwing position to create a throwing lane.
They clear the runner.
Yeah, if he threw it, hit the runner, and he's on the grass, they would have banged him anyway.
There's Trey Turner lining one down the right field line, and that's a fair ball to the corner. Round from second comes Defoe. 2 second with an RBI double goes Trey Turner, and the Nationals take a 4-0 lead. Big second inning tonight for the Nationals.
There's the curveball. He's got good rotation on it, but you know, Trey Turner, he has got such good discipline in the strike zone. And you know what? Off-speed breaker, he doesn't try to pull that pitch. He just drives it the other way. Got a really good idea up there at the plate in the leadoff spot.
Hammered it down to the right field corner, down by the 335 marker. And there's Bryce Harper, 8th member of the Nationals, to bat here in the second inning. That's strike 1. Harper flied out to left in the first inning. 0 for 1. And look at how he started the season, hitting at 315, 8 homers, 17 RBIs. Not so much sense in the last 27 games. 173 average, 5 home runs. Cranks it foul off to the left, 0-2.
You know, it looks like also Bryce pulls off sometimes. You know, when he starts his swing, his upper body and his body starts to go off the plate a little bit, and that last foul ball was kind of evident. Falling off towards the first base line a little bit.
Mentioned that he flied out his first time up. Prior to that, had been 4 for 4 with a walk and 5 career plate appearances against Erlin. In the dirt and blocked by Ellis. Robbie Erlin starting in the place of Joey Lucchese, who is dealing with the right hip strain. Erlin's second start of the season. He lost to the Dodgers back on April 16th, allowing 6 runs in 3 innings. Line to right. That's going to one-hop the wall. Around from second comes Turner. 2-second goes Harper. RBI double. It's 5-0 Nationals.
Change up. And look at that, middle in. This is the one where Bryce Harper is set, hands through. That's the Bryce Harper swing that we're used to seeing. And when he's swinging the bat well, which he hasn't been lately, if he's on it like that, that could put him in a good groove.
So Harper at second. It's been a 6-hit, 5-run inning to this point, and it brings up Anthony Rendon. Popped out to Hosmer at first base in the first. Speaking of the first, Robbie Erlin on 11 pitches at a 1-2-3 first inning. Much different result here in inning number 2. Trying to get through this inning. There is action in the Padres pen for the first time. Pitch 35 of the night coming up here for Erlin. And he jumps ahead of Rendon, 0-2. Brian Mitchell first up for the Padres in the pen. Popped up. Perella, second baseman, out in short right, gives way to Reyes, and he'll make the catch. It ends the inning. 9 men bat, 5 of them score, including a 3-run home run by Juan Soto. The 19-year-old gets his first big league hit. It's his first big league home run. It's 5-0 Nationals after 2 from DC. big bottom of the second inning. Play on to the third, and it is Robbie Erlin who leads it off and fouls it back to the screen. Erlin will take the strike, and it's 1-1. 285, no homers, 2 runs batted in, 5 major league seasons for Robbie Erlin. Fouls it off to the right on play.
Well, Donnie, got some catch up to do, right? It's never fun.
Good news, bad news. Bad news is you're down 5-0. It's early in the game, though. You have time to chip away.
And we know Gio Gonzalez, the way he works, if he finds that groove, he can be one tough customer. Robbie Erlin is athletic enough, I mean, he swings the bat well, to work an at bat, get on first base some way, shape, or form, and turn over that lineup.
Lines one to center. Taylor's out there for out number 1 of the third inning.
MLB At Bat is your .1 app to watch live Padres baseball. Customize your experience to catch every moment this season. Get Padres home screen icons and features such as MLB.TV Game of the Day, pitch tracking, in-game highlights, live radio broadcasts, stats, news, and more. Download MLB At Bat today.
Second at bat here for Matt Caesar. Second time through the Padres order for Gio Gonzalez. Flight out to left in the first inning. Lines this one to third, and Rendon right at the lip of the grass handles it. 2 down. It's time now to answer our Valley View Casino trivia question. Earlier about the first 2 career home runs for Bryce Harper, both on Padres pitchers. Can you name both? Well, Tim Stauffer was one, Anthony Bass the other.
Good Bass. Now you know what? Now it's all coming back to me. I do remember.
2012.
Yeah.
Hosmer grounds one to second base. Defoe's got it. Quick and easy inning for Gio Gonzalez. Through 2.5, 5-0 Nationals. As far as his injuries go, a 5-0 advantage tonight, but here are the injured Nationals, and this is quite a list.
Well, you've got a lot of shoes to fill, and this is just bad luck for the Washington Nationals. Each one of those players, I mean, Daniel Murphy, one of the better hitters around, right? Matt Wieters, the catcher. Ryan Zimmerman, Pop, talking about home runs. Got to fill in there. And we talk about this Washington national team as a whole. The starting pitching nails. And I mentioned in our game open. That'd be a rotation that I would love to have. I think it's the best in the National League.
There's a high fly ball to left field off the bat. And that ball is going to be gone. A home run. Mark Reynolds back to hitting home runs again. His second hit of the ball game. Second home run of the night for the Nationals. Nothing Washington.
Does Reynolds get to a pitch in? Yes, Robbie Erlin tries to get it in, but not in enough. Right on the inside corner. For a guy who likes to get extended, you got to really bury it inside. So Mark Reynolds doesn't get to that pitch.
Pedro Severino doubled his first time up. This one grounded down the third baseline, foul.
Take a look at Mark Reynolds from the side, okay? Nice, easy stance, foot is out. Hands are back. Short and quick to that baseball in the inner half of the plate. Some kind of strong.
Solo shot that starts this bottom of the third inning. Now Severino sent one to Galvis at short. He backed up on it. Throw is just in time. Severino thought he beat it out. Galvis kind of throwing off his back foot there as he backed up on that grounder. Able to get it there in time. One down.
Freddie is usually very accurate with the throw, as you mentioned, Don. You're right. Intact with the bag, and nice stretch by Eric Hosmer. It's always nice to have a Gold Glover over there at first base to help out your infielders.
So one down, and Juan Soto will take strike one. It is Major League debut pitch hitting yesterday and today. In his first start, hits a home run on the first pitch that he sees. Youngest active players, are you looking at it? On October the 25th of 1998.
Padres were in the World Series that month.
Time for the top tier play, brought to you by Arco, and it is the 3-run shot by Soto, opposite field.
Well, anytime a hitter goes opposite field, and that wasn't a cheapie, that was not a wall scraper.
To short again, and Galvis gets it there in plenty of time. 2 down. That'll bring up Wilmer Defoe. Defoe singled to right in the second inning, came around to score. Now lines one to right. In comes Reyes to make the catch about chest high to end the inning. Leadoff home run by Reynolds adds to the Nationals' lead on top 6-0. Top of the fourth inning, and Christian Villanueva to lead it off. Jose Perella, then Franmil Reyes. With work to do, the Nationals have a 6-0 advantage over the Padres here in the fourth inning. Villanueva getting his second plate appearance, and grounds one down the third baseline. Rendon in time, one down.
Well, Nationals got a pretty darn good infield, don't they? Especially on that left side. Rendon, Trey Turner. You hit it in their general vicinity, and it's to the wrong guy.
Five in a row retired by Gonzalez. They face Jose Perella for the second time. Struck him out looking in the second inning.
Hey, pitching with a 6-run lead in the fourth, that's fun. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you don't get cute. You stick to your strengths, obviously. Try not to outthink yourself. Pitch the way that Gio Gonzalez has been pitching recently. That's why he's got fourth lowest ERA in the National League.
Coming in, 2.36 is ERA, his 10th start. And the record individually at 4-2. Mentioned the no decision first time around against the Padres in San Diego. That's inside. It's 3-1. Only one Padres hit to this point. A.J. Ellis, a single to center back in the second inning. Now Perella is going to take a walk. The second handed out by Gonzalez. Well, his teammate Max Scherzer, who we will not see in the series, fortunately for the Padres, has had a tremendous year. He's gotten better every year as far as strikeout percentage goes, and right now 40.9%. Leads the major leagues with 104 strikeouts in 2018.
It's mind-boggling, these numbers. As Max Scherzer gets older, like a fine wine, and getting better. He's a closer for 9 innings. It's like every inning he goes out, he goes, I'm angry, and I'm going to go after these hitters, and I'm going to win the battle.
This one gets away, and taking second is Perella.
Right? Isn't that the way
he seems to pitch angry? Yeah.
Yeah.
Highest strikeout rate in a single season. He's on a record pace right now. Garrett Cole, we saw earlier this year, and Pedro Martinez, Randy Johnson on that list, and Chris Sale. Perella gets second on what's ruled a pass ball. This one is driven out towards deep right center field. Off the bat of Reyes, that ball is going to go. First big league home run for Franmil Reyes, a 2-run shot, and the Padres are on the board. Franmil Reyes, who had 14 minor league home runs this year, hits his first in the big leagues. Welcome sight that is.
We saw it in El Paso. Opposite field pop. 85-mile-an-hour changeup, and Gio Gonzalez knew it. Boy, he stayed on that. That is a beautiful swing. And you know, for a big kid like that with intent in that swing, that's dangerous. That is some serious danger right there. Congratulations to Franmil. Cuidado. Hard holding back the smiles.
And Freddie Galvis now standing in. Flied out to left field in the second inning.
Ball jumped off his bat, didn't it?
Yeah, it did.
And a big home run, too. 2-run shot, bring within 4. As you mentioned, still early enough.
Back in your slam range.
Yeah, believe it. You got to stay within slam range. Find some way.
Gonzalez falling behind here, 3-0. There's a strike, 3-1. Galvis will send this to center, right where Taylor is standing. Step or two to his right, 2 down.
Well, how good has Gio Gonzalez been this year? That's only the 3rd home run given up going into this ball game. 49 2/3 innings pitched.
Well, after the home run, able to get Galvis to fly out to center, and now A.J. Ellis is 1 for 1. Ellis with a single to center field, one of only 2 hits given up by Gonzalez. Fouled off to the right, out of play.
You know, it's almost as if Gio Gonzalez at times sets up these hitters with going soft early because he doesn't throw it hard anymore. I mean, he's 88 to maybe 90. So you go soft, 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 then bang, that 90 looks like it's 98.
Here's your 90.
Yeah. And see how hard that looked? And when you go up the ladder, it's really tough to get on top of.
Two. On the ground at third base. Rendon. That'll end the inning, but not before Franmil Reyes gets his first big league home run. It's a 2-run shot out to right center field. Gets the Padres on the board. 6-2 Nationals. Brought to you by the Memphis Barbecue Thick Burger, only at Carl's Jr. and only for a limited time. Pick it up. By Petco, the pet company. And by Nissan. It's time to upgrade. Save big at the Nissan Tech for All sales event. Shop ChooseNissan.com.
Did George win tonight?
You know, I didn't know. I didn't notice.
I think he did.
Picking him up, putting him down.
Yeah. A lot of face.
A lot of face. A lot of moss, too.
Yeah. Love the president's race.
Michael Taylor leading it off, grounding one to short. Galvis has been busy, throws on the run and in time. Nice play by Freddie Galvis, getting a workout tonight.
Freddie covering some ground. That guante of his is getting some serious action. The slick fielding shortstop with the sweet glove.
Fourth assist out there in the ball game. One down here in the 4th inning. Brings up Gio Gonzalez, who looks at strike one. Dropped down a sacrifice bunt in the 2nd inning. Here he is now in the 4th. there for a strike, 1-2. 4 in a row now retired by Erlin after the leadoff home run by Reynolds in the 3rd inning. Center fielder Manuel Margot over towards right center. Good sized gap in left center. Strike 3 call. Erlin getting his 2nd strikeout. 2 down.
This summer, the World Cup is coming to Fox and FS1. Every match live in over 300 hours of coverage. The world's biggest sporting event begins June 14th on Fox and FS1.
2 down here in the 4th, and it brings up Trey Turner. It's bounced to short, double to right to drive in a run. It's right in the middle of the 5-run 2nd. Nationals would add another in the 6th inning. 2-0 here to Turner. 2 down in the 4th. On the ground, slowly hit towards Villanueva, bare hands and throws, and Hosmer on the other side grabs it to end the inning. Erlin has a 1-2-3-4. It's 6-2 Nationals. All right, Mike and Mark, thanks very much. Here it is 6-2. Nationals on top of the Padres in the 5th inning. And leading it off, Manuel Margot grounded to short first time up. Margot grounded out to short and now bats here to lead off the 5th. Of course, Spangenberg has come out on deck, so that appears to be the night for Robbie Erlin. Coming off a 1-2-3-4th inning and retiring the last 6 Nationals in a row, but looks like Spangenberg will hit in the pitcher's spot here in the 5th inning. Popped up foul off to the right out of play.
You know, once again, it's another good thing, bad thing, right, for Robbie. We thought that if they gave him 4, or if he gave him 4, that'd be great. Thing is, though, the 6th spot, he had a nice 1-2-3 inning in the 4th. It was the bottom of the order, and Trey Turner.
Foul ball. Margot's got to come on back.
Just too many mistakes, though, in that 2nd inning for Robbie.
A 5-run 2nd inning. Big blast, a 3-run home run by Juan Soto. And a solo shot for Mark Reynolds to open up the 3rd inning. And 6-0. Padres get 2 back. And the first major league home run by Franmil Reyes. A 2-run shot, and it's now 6-2 here in the 5th. Gio Gonzalez trying to pick up his 5th win of the year, coming in at 4-2. 1-2 pitch to short, and Trey Turner on the high hop. 1 down here in the 5th inning.
We are treated tonight by a couple of good-looking shortstops, folks. Freddie Galvis, Trey Turner.
One down for Robbie Erlin, who is going to be hit for by Corey Spangenberg. Erlin had lined out to center in the 3rd, 0 for 1. .200 average for Spangenberg. 3 homers, 8 runs batted in.
Well, all lefties on the bench with Gio Gonzalez starting tonight, right, Donnie?
Yes.
Suaje, who was sent down. When we filled out our lineups, it wasn't announced yet. Cordero, Lopez, Corey, of course, here, and Travis Jankowski.
Pops it up. Trey Turner, short left, calling and catching. Out number 2. So 2 down here for Gio Gonzalez in the 5th inning. Back up top for Matt Caesar, coming up on the 3rd time through for Gio Gonzalez. So far, really the only blemish, the 2-run home run by Franmil Reyes. Only giving up 2 hits.
Boy, he gets that rock back from the catcher as we take a look at Franmil, and he works quickly. You know what else I like about that Reyes home run? It was an off-speed pitch changeup that he took the opposite way. A lot of guys try to pull that.
He's powered all fields, though. There's a bunt bid. Gonzalez quickly gets on it and throws to first base in time to get Caesar. A 1-2-3 5th, halfway through, 6-2 Nationals.
Going to teach a little bit about the suicide squeeze and the safety squeeze, which the Padres executed so perfectly in Pittsburgh. Here's the suicide squeeze. Why? Because as soon as the pitcher starts his motion towards home plate, watch, the leg kick go, the runner goes. It's the responsibility of the hitter, at least foul it off. Put it in play, it's golden. Here's the safety squeeze. Runner watches the hitter. As soon as the ball is contacted in fair territory, you are off and running. Watch, contact is made, runner is off, a free run, and the Padres made it look so pretty in Pittsburgh, executing both of them perfectly. I'm getting excited just talking about it. A.J. Ellis worked perfectly as well, sliding into home plate. It was great, all the way around. Whew. Don, back to you.
It's on to the bottom of the 5th inning. And Bryce Harper to lead it off. He is flat out to left and double to drive in a run. As Brian Mitchell takes over here for the Padres. Some other changes as well, but this one fouled off to the left out of play. Spangenberg staying in the game at second base. And Perella moves to left field. Mitchell had been warming during that 2nd inning when Erlin was allowing the 5 runs.
Well, he should be good to go just for that fact, Don, warming up early and now getting the call. You see the games in his starts, 0-3 record, a chance for him to bring that ERA down. A chance for Brian to maybe go 3 innings or so, throw up some goose eggs.
Robbie Erlin goes 4 innings, 7 hits, 6 runs. Didn't walk anybody and struck out 2 through 56 pitches. 1-1. And that's down and into Harper. And a shift on Bryce Harper on the right side of the infield. Villanueva going over there on the right side.
Yeah, and Galvis moving a little bit more closer to second base because of 3-1 count.
Harper going the other way to deep left field. Perella going back at the wall, and that ball is gone. Opposite field home run for Bryce Harper, his 14th of the year, and it's now 7-2 Washington. Third home run for the Nationals in this game.
Well, it's so funny how before the game, talking to some Nationals people, I talked about in the first inning how they feel that Bryce Harper's been pull happy. Not the case here. Bryce Harper stays on that one, 96. Bam, the other way. He stayed on that ball nicely, no drifting towards first base line, pelting that ball to the left field stands. Wow.
Anthony Rendon 0 for 2 in the game. Popped out to first in the first, fly to right in the second. Changed his mind in the middle of that swing and is down 1-2. Last time we saw Mitchell in relief, May 11th against the Cardinals. Career high 5 2/3 innings of relief.
Yeah, Don, remember when he was in the starting rotation, the walks were his kryptonite. 29 in 37 2/3 innings pitched, just way too many walks, and Brian knows that.
And he walks Rendon.
It works out to almost 7 walks per 9 innings.
Reynolds coming up, single in the second, homered in the third. Seems like a very timely addition for the Nationals.
Yep.
it off to the right out of play. Robbie Erlin on the hook in this game with 4 innings, giving up these 6 runs. Mitchell has given up a run of his own on the home run by Bryce Harper. A walk to Rendon, and look out, pitch up and into Reynolds. Gonna buzz the tower at 93.
When you look at A.J. Ellis, he set up in the inside part of the plate, and Mark Reynolds does a good job of getting out of the way on that one. He wants to double up, possibly go back in there.
Rendon with a pretty short lead over at first base, held on by Hosmer. And a pitch in the dirt outside. On the ground, foul. It's beyond the tarp area. Still 2-2. How much rust do you think Brian Mitchell has here, being not used in so long?
I think there's something to that, but once again, if you go to the bullpen, you know your body, you know your arm, you get ready for games like this because you monitor your throwing in between appearances.
Up over the mound towards second as Spangenberg touches second, throws to first. Nicely picked there by Hosmer on the other side. Picked it out of the dirt. A much needed double play. 2 down.
Got that right, much needed, and great glove work by Corey Spangenberg. This ball, the way it comes off the bat, it's got some funky spin on it. The backhand and one swift move. Now the transfer. I mean, there's a lot going on there. And then once again, the Gold Glover over at first base, saving that ball, getting by him. Picking it, picking up, Corey Spangenberg.
So 2 down, run in, and Pedro Severino.
But getting back to Brian Mitchell, the reliever knows his body, knows his arm, and you know, you throw in between games, you play catch in the outfield, you don't blow it out one day knowing that, hey, you know what, I might be used tonight or the next day. You kind of monitor your throwing.
I'm just wondering about not pitching in a game for 10 days.
Yeah, I mean, you're going to throw bullpens. You're going to have high intensity bullpens sometimes, but it's not going to be every time. You're going to play long toss. You just got to be ready each and every day. And like I said, you know, when I was a reliever and I'd go maybe 3 innings, I knew I was down the next couple days probably. But I'd play some long toss and get loose, just get the blood flowing a little bit. And then after that 3rd day, maybe get up on the mound to get a bullpen session in. Maybe during the game, knowing that I wasn't going to be in that particular game.
On the ground, softly hit foul. Two again, and it is fouled off. Good battle here. Severino fouling off another one. Is doubled and grounded out. Nationals catcher batting out of the 5 spot in the order. Roller back to the mound. Brian Mitchell fields and throws low, and again Hosmer digs it out to end the inning. Home run by Bryce Harper makes it 7-2. The Lincoln Memorial on a beautiful night in D.C.
here's been his pattern all night long. We're using Corey Spangenberg as an example, but the first 2 pitches away, breaking ball down, then went 2 strikes, now's the fastball upstairs. It's been the same pattern all night long. We showed it against Corey Spangenberg, but it's been the same against every one of these hitters so far tonight, guys. Away early, finishing up hard upstairs late, sandwiching that fastball upstairs with a breaking ball on occasion. You know who it reminds me of a little bit? Tommy Glavine back in the day, living on that outside corner, showing upstairs to try to get the swing and the miss. But he's been consistent with it all night and been very effective so far. We'll see if he does it the 3rd time through, guys.
Yeah, Scan, great points. And mentioned it earlier how, and I'm sure you would agree with me, after going soft early, I mentioned that 90-mile-an-hour fastball looks like it's 96, 98.
No doubt. I mean, it's a classic back and forth, but also his ability to just live on that outside corner, and he's just been doing it all night long. Just staying out there, staying out there, staying out there.
And he just threw an 88-mile-an-hour fastball right down the middle.
Hey, Scan, on the other side, how hard is it, do you think, to beat Brian Mitchell right now, not having pitched in the last 10 days?
You know, I kind of agree with what Bud was saying. You try to get your work in, but here's the thing for me, guys. Physically, I was able to get my work in, right? I could work on all my pitches, throw breaking balls, even simulate, hitters being in the box at times when I was on those long stretches of not pitching. But what I could never simulate, was actually the mental focus that it takes to be in a game. There's just no duplicating that adrenaline, duplicating that need to focus on every single pitch, and that was the part that was a challenge for me when I got back on that mound for real. Second time out, no problem, but that first time out after a long delay, it wasn't so much physical, it was mentally getting locked back in. I don't know about you, Mudd, if you had that same experience.
Yeah, because you can't duplicate that. Even if you throw a simulated game, I remember a few times saying to the coaches, hey, can I throw BP? Maybe a simulated game. It's not the same. You've got the L screen out there. You've got the turtle out there protecting the hitters, and you just can't duplicate that intensity.
As much as you try, there's just no substitute for actually being on that mound.
Yep.
A good battle here for Hosmer against Gonzalez, as Hosmer leads it off in the 6th inning. 9th pitch of the at-bat coming up. Hosmer strikes out. Strikeout number 3 for Gio Gonzalez. Time for the Kia drive to success as Villanueva's coming up here for the Padres. National League leaders in home runs. Bryce Harper now with 14 on top. Villanueva with 12. Gets the arms out of the way and takes a strike. 1 for 2 tonight, has grounded back to the mound and grounded out to third. Quickly down 0-2. Five in a row retired by Gonzalez, only giving up 2 hits through 5 1/3 innings. He's been locked in. 2-2.
See if he tries to elevate the fastball here. Fastball in.
Check swing. Didn't go. Full count. Grounded foul towards the end of the Padres dugout, the tarp area. Padres are housed on the third base side here at Nationals Park. Hosmer struck out. Now Villanueva waiting on a payoff pitch. Takes it the other way down the right field line, but foul.
Okay, let me ask you something, Donnie. As we take a look at these rookie leaders, does Christian Villanueva have a chance to maintain numbers like this, you think?
Well, certainly he would have to be better than he was in May, to begin the month, but he has turned things around here. Most home runs by Mexican-born players in a season. Villanueva with 12. Geronimo Gil, formerly of the Orioles, The catcher with 12, and Rubio Durazo.
And we talk about adjustments. It's got to be adjustments. Christian has got to make those adjustments because the pitchers watch plenty of video and go after his weak spots.
Good at bat there. Works a walk. Third walk allowed by Gonzalez. And Gio in the midst of a meeting with himself right now and behind the mound. Took a good long stroll.
Okay, now it's time to regroup. He vented a little bit. Now he's back up on top to go to work. That's the thing. You got to erase it. Delete. Delete from the hard drive.
1 out, 1 on for Jose Perella. Perella struck out looking in the second, walked and scored in the 4th inning. Pitch count getting up there right now for Gio Gonzalez. Nobody warming yet in the pen, but now 91 pitches deep into his outing. He's asking for time, apparently got it.
Well, Gonzalez has thrown as many as 114 pitches this year. That was back on April 29th against the Diamondbacks. Nice changeup.
Ball, 2 strikes here to Jose Perella. Popped up. Second baseman Wilmer Defoe takes care about number 2. Well, Franmil Reyes coming up here, got his first home run in the big leagues in the 4th inning. Opposite field shot off Gio Gonzalez into the bleachers in right center.
You know, at first I thought that was an off-speed pitch, but I guess it was at 88 miles an hour. That's a Gio Gonzalez fastball. He stayed on it nicely away to park it to right center field.
Walked in the second, so he's been aboard twice. That's with Villanueva at first base. 2 down here in the 6th inning.
See how he's trying to pound him in now?
Yeah, everything's been in.
Yeah. Does not want to let him get extended after that fastball taken up and away out of the park the other way.
Ball 2, 2-1. In again.
And he's making sure that if he misses, he is going to miss in. He doesn't want to leave it in or third.
25th pitch of the inning is grounded to short. A high hop for Turner. It was an easy way to second to get the fourth shot of Villanueva. And to end the top of the 6th inning, it's 7-2 Nats.
heroes, because no matter where you serve or when you served, we stand ready to serve all military families.
7-2, the Nationals have the lead over the Padres. Nationals coming up here in the last of the 6th inning. More Brian Mitchell. Worked the 5th, back out there for the 6th, and Soto trying to bunt his way on now. Youngest player to hit his first career home run. 19 years, 208 days, Juan Soto.
Yeah, won't turn 20 until October 25th.
So he hit his before Bryce Harper. This one is back up the middle into center field. Second hit for Soto. Aboard to begin things in the bottom of the 6th inning.
Well, he hits the long ball. He tries to bunt for a base hit, and then he puts a full swing on one, hits a grounder to the center fielder for a second knock. I would have to say he's pretty well rounded. Takes it right back up the middle. Wide stance.
So Soto at first, and it brings up Wilmer Difo. Difo singled and scored in the 2nd, lined out to right in the 3rd. Hosmer hold on Soto. I think Andy Green here will ride Brian Mitchell as long as he can, not to affect the bullpen too much, with Erlin only able to go 4 innings tonight.
Absolutely, right there with you. Chew up some innings. You know, there comes a time when a starter, you know, you give up a lot of runs. You got to just suck one up for the team, right? You got to wear it.
Drops in there for strike 3. Difo didn't like it, and says a few things to Stu Sherwater, home plate umpire, as he turns and heads back to the dugout. 1 down.
He gets the call on the high breaking ball. Just touches the top part of that strike zone. And when you draw a line, I mean, that's calibrated to the stance of the hitter. That's right at the belt buckle.
1 on, 1 out for Michael A. Taylor.
What's your middle name?
Edwin.
I'm going to start calling you Donald E. Orsillo.
What's your middle name, Mike?
Andrew.
Mark A. Grant. 1 on, 1 out. Michael A. Taylor. 0 for 2, struck out swinging and grounded out short. To right field. Reyes coming in, diving, it's by him. He gambled and it gets by him all the way back towards the track. Soto will come around and score. Taylor will end up at 3rd, and the Nationals have an 8-2 lead. Not a good decision by Franmil Reyes coming in.
Took the words right out of my mouth there, Don, as he lays out, and not even close. Not even close. He's got to play that one back. I mean, that ball hits way in front of him. And as an outfielder, you get to the point of no return where once that point there, you better keep it in front of you. Not the case. Got to lay back on that one, played on the big hop.
The infield in all the way around now as Gio Gonzalez bats for himself and takes quite a hack at that first pitch. Drops it down. It is a safety squeeze, but not coming from 3rd. He is Taylor. Gonzalez tagged out for out number 2. It's time now for our Coors Banquet Timeless Moment. San Diego Padres traded Jody Garrett to Milwaukee Brewers in exchange for Tony Gwynn Jr. on this date in 2009.
That's way back when. 2009? Remember that day, getting Junior in a Padre uniform? A lot of smiles in San Diego. He was happy, of course. He's a good egg.
Trey Turner, 1 for 3 in the game. Double, scored a run in the second. And with that double, drove in his 18th. Looking to drive in some more here.
Jody Garrett, also a good egg. Stanford grad. Came up with the Cleveland Indians.
Remember him in Cleveland.
Yeah, good player.
Turner down 1-2.
Good yacker right there. 12-6 curveball.
Down the right field line, headed towards the seats and foul.
See, this copyrighted telecast is presented by the authority of the San Diego Padres and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. The accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the San Diego Padres.
2 down, runner at third to run in. To left center and in for a hit. From third comes Taylor. Pirella gets it back in. It's an RBI double for Trey Turner. It's a 9-2 Nationals lead here in the 6th inning. Second run that Turner has driven in on his second double of the night.
It's a curveball. You know, hitters are taught to not miss the fastball, right? Well, he kind of drifts towards the pitcher a little bit. Watch for it, but it keeps his hands back and he goes down. He goes down and gets that off-speed pitch with authority. He doesn't feel for that pitch, just kind of wave at it.
Now Mitchell's got to deal with Bryce Harper again. 8 extra base hits for the Nationals in this game. That includes 3 home runs. A.J. Ellis going out to talk to Brian Mitchell as they get ready to deal with Bryce Harper. Everybody warming in the pen.
Yeah, I want to be on the same page with that runner at second base.
Most home runs, the Nationals with 58, tied with the Rockies. 3 of them tonight. So 9 runs, 11 hits, no errors for Washington. 2 runs, 2 hits, no errors for the Padres. Two and 0. Harper was the first batter that Brian Mitchell faced when he came into the game in the 5th. And Harper with a solo home run, taking it the other way to left. And for Harper, his 14th home run of the year. Three and 0. Harper flat out to left in the first, double to right in the second before that solo home run to left field in the 5th inning. 2 hits, 2 RBIs, and that 14th home run of the year. Ball 4, and he walks him on 4 pitches. Second walk given up by Mitchell since coming into this game. Anthony Rendon coming up. Ryan Mitchell walked Rendon back in the 5th. Now here he is an inning later.
I'm starting him off with an off-speed pitch here. Rendon, even though the score is what it is, 9-2, he's looking to drive in that run, put a wrinkle in one. Oh, not bad. Like I said, fastball right there. Perfect.
On the ground, foul off the front of the Padres dugout, third base way.
Good pitch, 92, two-seamer in. He got it in where he wanted it. There's been times when Brian Mitchell has got the fastball sign, but missing the glove big time from A.J. Ellis.
Turner at second, Harper at first with 2 down and 2 runs in. On the ground towards first, Hosmer will take it himself, diving to the bag and tagging it ahead of the arrival Rendon. Nice play by Hosmer. And we'll see if we're going to take a look here. They are not going to take a look. That will end the inning. A 2-run inning for the Nationals. Take a 9-2 lead to the 7th inning. Nice play by Hosmer, diving himself around Mitchell to tag the bag. Check out the home runs in this game. Started with 19-year-old Juan Soto's 3-run home run in the 2nd inning. Then Mark Reynolds, one of the newcomers here to the Nationals, with a solo shot in the 3rd. Franmil Reyes gets his first big league home run opposite field to right center. A 2-run shot, and then Bryce Harper taking one out opposite field. Harper getting his 14th of the year. Nationals enjoy a 9-2 lead here as we head in the 7th inning. 6, 7, and 8 expected for the Padres. Freddie Galvis has flied out to left and flied out to center. 0 for 2.
You know that game I mentioned where Gio Gonzalez threw 114 pitches. It was the only time he went 7 innings this year against the Diamondbacks.
This is pitch number 100. And it's on the ground to short. Trey Turner throws out Freddie Galvis, his counterpart at first base. So an even hundo. One out, and A.J. Ellis coming up.
Heaviest workload in the sixth. Quarter of a hundo. 25.
He walked Villanueva in there, had some long battles. A.J. Ellis 1 for 2 as one of only 2 hits tonight for the Padres. This is a single to center. Padres are being out hit in this game 11-2. Popped up down the right field line, foul ground. Reynolds will go as far as he can and just out of his reach. Over the railing. Action for the first time in the pen as Tim Collins is up, just brought up. Ryan Madsen going on the DL.
Yeah, how about that? The Nationals bullpen in shambles.
One, two. Evens up at 2-2. Ellis now, Margot next. Padres batting here in the 7th inning. Line down the left field line, foul. Center fielder Michael Taylor over towards right center. Gap out in left center field for A.J. Ellis. Swing and a miss, and Gonzalez strikes out Ellis. Strikeout number 4 for Gio Gonzalez. 2 down in the 7th inning.
This time going soft late. Bob Scanlon was talking about how soft early, hard late. Well, now the 3rd time around, he spins one up there. It's exactly where he wants it. Just beyond home plate in the dirt.
Two down on the 7th. Manuel Margot. Old for 2 is grounded out to short twice and to Trey Turner. Both times Turner up to the task. Strike 2. Pitch 110 for Gio Gonzalez. And it'll get away. 2-2. Gonzalez trying to work his way here through the 7th for Dave Martinez, who has Tim Collins up in the pen. Collins joining the Nationals after appearing in 17 games at AAA with Syracuse. Swing and a miss, and Gonzalez with back-to-back Ks gets Manuel Margot to end the 7th. It's 7th inning stretch. Jefferson Memorial had a beautiful night in Washington. It's 9-2 Nats. Washington, D.C. to see the Padres take on the Nationals.
Yeah, they're hanging in there nicely. Oh, there's the 98 uniforms. Ricky Henderson, Tony Gwynn.
Bottom of the 7th inning. Mark Reynolds leads it off, drives one to deep left field. That is his 2nd home run of the night and the 4th of the night for the Nationals. Makes it 10-2.
Well, somewhere in this ballpark, General Manager Mike Rizzo is smiling ear to ear. Why? Because they ate this guy. I mean, a lot of people were scratching their heads when Mark Reynolds was one of those unsigned free agents. And yeah, he hasn't lost anything. He's taking a hanging breaking ball, middle in, and pulverizing it, as Don mentioned, for his 2nd home run of the night.
Now a liner to right center. Margot coming in, and he'll make the running catch. Nice running play by Manuel Margot. Robs Pedro Severino of a base hit. 1 out here in the 7th inning. Brings up new fan favorite Juan Soto. 26 career multi-home run games. So Mark Reynolds homered in the 3rd, homers in the 7th. Part of a 10-2 lead for Washington. Soto 2 hits in his first major league start. Actually struck out pinch hitting on Sunday in his big league debut. Homers in the first pitch of the season, his first start. He's pitched 50 from Mitchell since coming into this game. Soto would also add a single in the 6th inning to his resume. Jumps out of the way and almost a strike.
You got it right on that inside corner, but when you're inconsistent with your fastball location, you're not going to get that call.
Elevates at 90, got him to chase. Full count. Doing the double knot here. It's taking a little time.
Yeah. Not a lot to work with either. See that?
Needed more string.
Yeah. He had to tighten them up, because if he didn't, he would have came out of his shoes on that swing.
Tough to tie your shoes with batting gloves on too, I think.
That's a good point.
A little bit more difficult.
Yeah.
And you got the thumb guard on there too, which makes it a little tougher. Payoff pitch. Soto lines it to right. Reyes coming in to make the catch. 2 down in the 7th inning. Brings up Wilmer Defoe. Single back in the 2nd, scored a run. He's lined to right and struck out looking. 1 for 3 night for the Nationals' 2nd baseman. Lined into center field. 2nd hit for Defoe of the night. Becomes the 5th National to have a multi-hit night. Runner at first with 2 down, and Michael A. Taylor coming up. Taylor has struck out, grounded out, tripled, and knocked in a run. He's also scored a run. Nationals are out hitting the Padres 13-2. A little bit high, 2-0. Swinging 2-0 and lining it into left field for a base hit. Defoe headed for third, throw going there, and it will not get there in time and gets away. Being Benahueva will run it down. First and third now, 2 down for the Nationals.
Well, it seems like that Brian Mitchell falling behind 1-0, 2-0, and then catching too much of the plate. That last pitch was right down the middle. He wants it down and away. Leaks right down the heart of the plate, knee high, and Michael A. Taylor turns it around. He's very inconsistent with his fastball location and not being able to throw the quality breaking ball when needed.
Pinch hitter Andrew Stevenson here in the pitcher spot for Gio Gonzalez. And Stevenson will take strike one. That's a night for Gonzalez. With the first 7 innings in this game, gave up just 2 hits and 2 runs. The 2-run home run by Reyes. Walked 3, struck out 5. Chance for his 5th win of the year. Came in at 4-2 individually. Stevenson chops one to first. Hosmer will go to second for the force out there. Galvis covers, and that will end the inning. Another run for the Nationals. 10-2 Washington. All right, Mike and Mark, thanks very much. Back here in Washington, where Tim Collins got to make his Nationals debut. 17 games this year. 1-2, 3.63 earned run average, and out of the bullpen after being called up today. Who was signed to a minor league deal by the Nationals. And with Ryan Madsen going on the DL. Here he is in the air down the left field line. Soto in foul ground makes the catch. Corey Spangenberg retired for the first out of the 8th.
Collins, a 3-pitch pitcher, the 4-seam fastball, curveball, and a changeup. Works around 93 miles an hour. Formerly with the Kansas City Royals.
Veteran of 4 major league seasons, 228 games. Kansas City from 2011 through 2014.
Pitched in Syracuse.
Strike over the outside corner.
Are they still the Sky Chiefs?
They were the Sky Chiefs for a while after being the Chiefs. Playing MacArthur Stadium for so many years.
Old yard.
Yes.
Right?
Yes. Used to be the Blue Jays.
Yes.
AAA for a long time. Travis Jankowski pinch hitting here. With 1 out, bases empty.
In fact, every time I'm at the airport and I see the Sky Chefs truck,
Yeah.
I think of Syracuse. Who used to call them the Sky Chefs?
They moved into a nice newer stadium, but that was a long time ago now. It's been 18 years since I was in that league.
Because I remember I pitched a rehab with the Braves in '91, and it was old.
Yes. Strike 3 call. Jankowski becomes out number 2 of the 8th inning. Well, same time, same place tomorrow. Game 2 of the series. Eric Lauer will be on the hill. Matched up against Jeremy Hellickson. Lauer 1-2 so far in his big league debut. Hellickson on the year 1-0, but a 2.20 earned run average. Padres and Nationals, middle game of a 3-game series. 2 night games and a late day game.
Yeah, what's with the 4 o'clock start on
I don't know.
Wednesday? Got the Rock and Roll Marathon or something?
I don't know. Not sure. It's a getaway day for the Padres. Will be heading to Los Angeles after the game.
4:05 first pitch here on the East Coast.
1-1 to Hosmer. Cranks it foul off to the left. 1-2. Yeah, struck out, grounded out to second, and struck out again. All that was against Gio Gonzalez. First 7 innings of this game. 2 hits, 2 runs, 3 walks, 5 Ks, and threw 111 pitches while he was in. Two pitch. And that's ball 3. On the ground up the middle, ranging and not getting it is Depot. It's into right center. Hosmer with a wide turn. He'll hold on with a 2-out base hit. First hit for the Padres since the 4th inning and only their 3rd hit of the game. So a 2-out base runner to bring up Christian Villanueva. He's grounded back to the mound, grounded out to third, and walked. Pops it up foul into the seats off to the right. Elevates at 93. Villanueva chasing down 0-2.
Collins kind of sneaky fast with that 93-mile-an-hour fastball up the ladder.
Not a big guy, 5'7", 170.
Al Roboski-like, huh?
Minus the act.
Yeah.
I think he went around, he did, and strikes out to end the inning. 2 strikeouts in the inning for Tim Collins at the bottom of the 8th, 10-2 Nationals. Choice for heating, cooling, and solar. By RCP Block and Brick. Start your outdoor project at rcpblock.com. And by Jack in the Box. Try the new Cholula Buttery Jack, part of the Buttery Jack family. Only at Jack in the Box. Padres trailing 10-2. Kazuhisa Makita into the game here for San Diego. And this one kind of squib foul down the first base line.
The last time out for Makita was against Colorado Rockies back on the 14th. He threw an inning, 3 earned runs. See lefties really having a heyday against them. 357. Although righties 205. That's what he faces here.
Other changes, you got Perella now taking over at first base, giving Hosmer the rest of the night off, and Jankowski is now in left field. There's Perella now at first. He has played second base, left field, and now first base in this game. Here's Travis out and left. Swing and a miss, and Makita's able to strike out Trey Turner to open up the bottom of the 8th.
Yeah, going from down under and then ending up top. That'll be tough to hit. Get on top of that one. Perfectly placed.
One down to the 8th for Bryce Harper. Slide to left, double to right, homer to left, and walked in the game. Wow, running up to the box, taking a cut at that.
Definitely leg kicking though.
A shift on Bryce Harper on the right side. Svensberg ducking back to short right as Harper takes it the other way, but foul. The home run for Harper was an opposite field home run to left field back in the 5th inning to lead it off. That's Ryan Mitchell in the 5th. It was the first batter that Mitchell faced coming into the game. It's home run number 14 for Bryce Harper. Ryan Mitchell incidentally went 3 innings, giving him 7 hits, 4 runs, walked 2, struck out a batter. Robbie Erlin is on the hook. He allowed 6 runs in 4 innings. It's 2-2 to Harper. Slap foul down the left field line into the seats.
Well, this is one of the pitches coming up here next. I'm not saying he's going to throw it, but the last couple of pitches have been away, and Bryce Harper slapping it that way. The Makita fastball up and in for a strike to the lefties.
Fouled off.
Tried to go there. Backdoor curveball.
Sing for ball 3. Registering at 60 miles an hour. Ninth pitch of the at bat coming up here for Harper. And he turns on it, lines it to right, but right at Franmil Reyes. 2 down in the 8th inning. Visitor keys to the game brought to you by your San Diego Honda dealers.
Villanueva smashing the southpaws, right? Great numbers versus Gonzalez and walking 2 ground outs. Not so good for me. Think relief for Robbie. Getting the start tonight, 3 2/3, 7 hits, 4 earned runs. As Don mentioned, on the hook. So I give myself an F. I mean, I got to call him as I see him. Don?
Anthony Rendon batting with 2 down.
You agree?
Tough night for you.
Yeah.
Rendon 0 for 3 with a walk. Foul back to the screen. 2-2. Erlin for 4 innings tonight. Mitchell for 3. Makita coming on here in the 8th. So really the bullpen in very good shape here as it turns out. Even down 10-2 here, thinking in terms of the rest of the series. On the ground down the line, 3rd, but foul.
Yeah, you go back to Pittsburgh that last day on Sunday. Strom win an inning in the 3rd. Yates hand. So Rest of the bullpen, good to go.
Had some taxing innings in that series against the Pirates. Good innings. They had to work hard. Think back to Saturday.
Yep. Thank goodness for Clayton Richard, huh? 7 1/3 solid innings. Crick Stammen always doing great work. That's the game that Robbie Erling got his tune-up for tonight's start.
Payoff pitch, grounded foul.
But you're right, that Friday night in Pittsburgh, very close game. Taxing innings for Yates, Stammen, and Hand, who eventually got his 13th save.
Two outs, bases empty, full count to Anthony Rendon. Line to right field and a base hit. Reyes gets it back in, but a two-out single. First hit of the night for Rendon. First 8 in the Nationals order have at least one hit.
That's just good hit by Rendon. Up and away, taking it that way. And I think he had the same thing in mind you were thinking about, Don, because he was the only National without a hit tonight. You see him raise his hands going down the first base line, and then he looked in the dugout.
Yeah, there are 14 hits. He did not have one.
Right.
So he chips in with hit number 15, and there's Mark Reynolds, who's chipped in with 2 home runs in tonight's game. 3rd and 4th of the year in a Nationals uniform, and a pretty good hack at that. Pitch 25 of the inning coming up for Makita. Swing and a miss, 2-2.
Judging by the reaction of Reynolds, he's like, how did I miss that pitch?
With some awkward swings against Makita.
Yeah, 80 miles an hour that last pitch.
Pops it up into shallow center. Spangenberg and Margot, and it's Margot makes a catch. It ends the 8th. To the 9th, 10-2 Nationals.
And he called me to his room, and so I went and knocked on his door, and he opened it up and said, "Get in here." And I went, "Okay." And the traveling secretary was standing there. He turned around and he hands me an envelope. "Congratulations. He goes, "You're going to the big leagues." I said, "What?" And he goes, "You're going to the big leagues." And I didn't know what to say. I went, "You're kidding."
You can catch the rest of the candid sit-down story with legendary Cy Young Award-winning pitcher and everybody's favorite Randy Jones on Inside San Diego Sports tomorrow night after Padres Live, the post-game show right here on Fox Sports San Diego.
10-2, Nationals on top of the Padres. Carlos Torres becomes a third-arm use tonight by David Martinez.
Well, we talked about the situation that the bullpen is in for Washington. Not good collectively, and a chance for Carlos Torres to get an inning of work, his 10th game. It looks like Sean Kelly has trimmed it up a little bit. Remember, he had the big beard and the salad in San Diego. He trimmed it up. The prospect look.
Carlos Torres taking over Tim Collins, went an inning, giving up a hit, no runs. This one lined into left field. And a ringing single for Jose Perella. Fourth hit of the night for the Padres. Let's have it out for the Bill Howell play of the game and a 2-run shot. First major league home run for Franmil Reyes. Opposite field and into the seats. He's back in the fourth inning after Perella had walked. Now he bats with Perella at first base. Nobody out here in the ninth.
Hopefully they got that ball back. We've heard situations before where somebody will go up there and retrieve that baseball.
Not holding on Perella at first base. Reyes will pop it up foul off to the right out of play. Carlos Torres pitching the ninth inning. In there for strike two at 93. Fouled off over by the Padres dugout. Freddie Galvis waiting on deck as the Padres bat here in the ninth inning, trailing 10-2. Same spot again. Gio Gonzalez started tonight for the Nationals through 111 pitches in 7 innings, giving up 2 hits and 2 runs. The 2-run shot we just showed you by Reyes. He walked 3 and struck out 5. Fouled off down the right field line, out of play.
Oh, he wanted to drive that one the opposite way. Up and away just enough.
Inside. Gio Gonzalez, starter, came in with a record individually of 4-2. His 10th start of the year. Dave Martinez got a good start from Gonzalez. 7 strong innings. 2-2. Went around for strike 3. 1 down in the ninth inning.
Well, Torres has been watching this game from the bullpen, and he saw what Reyes did some damage with. Out of the hand, that's the curveball. And the front shoulder opens up, the hips open up. You cannot hold back on that swing, and a nice smother in the cover by Severino.
8 strikeouts for Nationals pitching. 1 out, runner on, and Freddie Galvis taking a hack at the first pitch. Freddie 0 for 3 tonight. Flying out to left to center And grounding out to shortstop his last time up. Well, the Padres took 3 out of 4 from the Pirates to begin this trip. Starting his first game off of the 3-game series. A tough night tonight, and it was early. Nationals scored 5 times in the second inning.
They could just not get to Gio Gonzalez. He was mixing it up nicely, going soft early, hard late, and then he was mixing it up soft later. Some bad swings from these Padre hitters.
4 home runs in the game tonight for the Nationals. 2 of them from Mark Reynolds, and the first for 19-year-old Juan Soto. 2-1. Make it 2-2.
Oh, that's a good cut fastball right there from Torres at 93.
Galvis slides one to center. Taylor's out there for out number 2. Padres down to their last out. A.J. Ellis 1 for 3 in the game. Will take second on the defensive indifference as Ellis takes strike 1. Ground ball to third base. Rondon to go across the diamond, and that is that tonight. Well, the Nationals take game 1 of the series as they down the Padres 10-2 on a big offensive night. 4 home runs for the Nationals as part of their win in game 1 of the series. It's time for Padres Live. What's in store, Mike Pomerantz?